On day 19, which was a Monday, we got up and just had our tea and coffee, then packed up and loaded the bikes and left for the small town of Meekatharra, hoping to have breakfast there. Again saw a lot of black eagles on the roadside eating roadkill, but now it was kangaroos as opposed to the cows that we saw in our last video. Meekatharra is 775 kilometers northeast of Perth, and it's the administrative centre for the Royal Flying Doctor Service, the School of the Air, as well as the Bureau of Meteorology, where they launch weather balloons twice daily. What we didn't realise was that because it was a public holiday, everything was closed in this small town. So we went to the Coles Express shop at the fuel station and ended up just having a pie for breakfast, but managed to get some groceries to take with us to Nallan Station. We met up with some fellow KTM riders who were also from Perth and had a good chat to them before getting back on the road. From Meekatharra, it only took us an hour to get to Nallan Station, which is a working cattle station just northeast of Kew, and it's almost halfway between Perth and the Karalundi National Park. It was a short 3-kilometre dirt road to the homestead, which was built in 1920 of timber and iron. And what I found interesting was how they used to recycle building materials throughout the district in those days, because part of the homestead was built using materials from the old Kew Hospital, and later additions incorporated building materials from a maternity hospital in Sandstone, which was 234 kilometres away. The Shearer's quarters, where we were staying on Nallan, were estimated at almost 120 years old, but they had been recently renovated and could accommodate up to 12 guests at a time.
So here we are at our accommodation, Shearer's quarters. Looks interesting. That's parking, but we can park there. See, there's a fire pit.
Rustic, eh?
I like it.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll manage to get some wood. We'll have to ask her.
Yeah.
Make some fire there at night.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, this is nice. I don't know what it's inside, but
Shearer's quarters. Shearer's room. Tarboy's room. The roustabout's room, and our room, the cook's room. Did you go? Oh well, that's pretty cozy. Interesting. Even got a fan.
the wool and classes room, the overseer's room. I love this place. You should see the kitchen.
Oh really? Nice long table, all the birds on the wall, coffee mugs, bowls, plates, glasses, everything a person could desire. Gas stove, microwave, fridge.
Edna, there's even a coin operated washing machine here. We just don't have coins. this? Luxury.
All the different types of rock. Fridge. Look at it, even the old traps and things up there.
The barbecue facilities, yeah. You can barbecue here too.
Yeah, nice. Very rustic. Camping with the luxuries. Fire pit. Didn't you say everything was for our use?
No. Must be the campers or... Okay. Wow.
You guys are like pigs. Kew, also known as Queen of the Murchison, is a small town in the Midwest region of Western Australia with a population of only 194 people. We took a walk back in time through this goldfields ghost town called Big Bell, which was operational between 1936 and 1955 and is just outside of Kew. The town's only claim to fame was the bar in the hotel, which was said to have been the longest bar in Australia in its day. We then went to Walga Rock, which is 48 kilometers outside of Kew and houses the largest gallery of Aboriginal rock art paintings in Western Australia. It's a huge monolith, 5 kilometers in circumference and 1.5 kilometers in length, making it the second largest monolith in Australia. The strangest painting here is of a sailing ship in white ochre with masts, rigging and portholes. Why there should be a painting of a white ship over 300 kilometers inland from the sea remains a mystery. One theory is that it was done by a Dutch sailor who was shipwrecked on the coast and then looked after by Aborigines. Another theory is that it was done by an Afghan camel guide. Who knows?
Hello. What's up? You can move. Oh, you got a nice tongue. He must be living under this rock. The Aboriginals eat them. He's not very shy, is he? He's not huge.
Back in Kew, we saw this huge truck with 16 massive tires on the back, and we calculated that the value of these tires would be about $640,000.
I don't think this was supposed to be a galah feeding station, but I think they've turned it into one. This is your animal feed. And they seem to enjoy it very much.
On day 21, the weather turned bitterly cold, so we wore our thermals under our riding gear and used our winter gloves, and fortunately didn't get too cold. We only went as far as Kew before stopping to have a nice big breakfast. After breakfast, we left for Mount Magnet, which was only an hour away, but the wind was so strong with a lot of strong gusts that our bikes were actually going sideways some of the way. Fortunately though, the wind was with us most of the way, so there wasn't too much buffeting from the big trucks. So we've just arrived in Mount Magnet. We're not sure which is our room, probably one of these yellow buildings here, but they're still busy cleaning because we're early. We only did an hour today, but if you see the wind that we have to contend with, it was blowing the bikes all over the show, and the buffeting from the big trucks and things, we decided an hour was as far as we wanted to go. Yeah, so even if we have to sit around for 3 hours, it's okay. So this is the camp kitchen. And we missed the rain. Looks like it might still rain. At least it's nice and warm in here. So this is what you do when you're waiting for your room to be prepared. You have hot Milo, mango, dried mango, and you watch YouTube videos of two guys going on 50cc scooters to Walga Rock from Perth. And here we are in front of our little room, and the floor's still a bit wet. It's got a little fridge, a double bed and a single bed. After we unpacked the bikes and got changed, we went for a walk into the town of Mount Magnet, which was very interesting. We went to the museum and met an Afrikaans lady working there and had a good chat to her. The museum was so interesting, we ended up wandering around in there for a couple of hours. The rabbit-proof fence was very interesting to see. It was constructed between 1901 and 1907 and was 1,834 kilometers long. So that made it the longest unbroken fence line in the world when it was constructed. I must admit, after hearing so much about this rabbit-proof fence, I did expect it to be a bit more impressive looking. This is the famous Jackie Howe. He set the world record, which will never be broken, for shearing 321 sheep by hand in only 7 hours. On our way back to our accommodation, we stopped off at the Grand Hotel for a beer, which I must say was not very grand at all. All the windows were broken, and the young girl who works there said that someone had it in for them, but they were expecting it to be fixed the next day. On day 22, we got up and got dressed, packed up everything and put all our stuff on the bikes, and managed to finish in record time. It was drizzling when we left, so we put our wet weather gear on, and I must say it's really worthwhile to pay a bit extra but get to a decent quality rain suit. It makes all the difference as far as warmth and dryness goes. We made it with fuel. We stopped at Payne's Farm to put fuel in and to have some lunch. We both ordered fish chips and salad, which was really good. And the chef came out as he was concerned my piece of fish was too small, So he said if I'm not happy, I must just let them know and they'll give me another one. But it was fine for me, but they were just very nice and friendly there. By the time we got to Woburn, it was raining solidly. As we approached Dalwallinu, it was raining hard and there was a heavy side wind. And next thing, I saw this road train coming up behind me and overtaking me in this heavy wind and rain. And the spray was so bad, I couldn't see a thing through my visor. So I lifted it up so I could see, and the spray just covered my glasses. And I was totally blind, so I had to immediately pull over to the side of the road and stop. I took the first side road I could find so I could set my GPS and so I'd be able to find the place, because Philip had now carried on straight and I wasn't following him anymore. Philip soon realized I wasn't behind him anymore, so he had turned round and was coming back to look for me, and as I turned into the main road again, I saw him coming along. So we managed to connect our headsets, and he said to me I must just carry on to the convent, and as I got there he pulled up behind me, so it was all good. Found me a lucky lock. A lucky lock. Can't read it. How do I look? Ready to go. This is the river at Northam. Quite scenic here. And we've managed to find this restaurant on the side of the river. And it looks like our hamburgers have just arrived, so I better go and eat. Thank you. How good does that look? So Philip, what did you enjoy about your holiday? We've been 3 weeks on the road now on the bikes.
Met so many interesting people. I didn't enjoy the number of campers and four-wheel drives and caravans, and there's just too many people around this time of the year with the COVID. They can't go anywhere else. I enjoyed the more rustic campsites like Shearer Plains, Murchison, sort of in the middle of nowhere. It was nice doing the unsealed roads and looking at the landscape. And I think the Nallan Station stayed.
Yeah, it was also nice.
It was nice, yeah.
Yeah, enjoyed the station stays.
Yeah, just didn't enjoy the Great Northern Highway. It's not great. It's not a highway. And
the only thing that's...
it goes north, that's about it. But it's so full of road trains and
extra wide vehicles.
Yeah, it's a pain. I'll never ride that again. If I would have enjoyed some wild camping, which we weren't able to do because of how things changed. Couldn't do our wild camping in the beginning, but next time I will definitely stop somewhere we're able to do wild camping.
Yeah. I enjoyed doing the unsealed roads, but just the one to the Kennedy mountain ranges, I didn't really enjoy that one. I enjoyed meeting so many different people. Some really interesting ones, like the prospectors that were next to us at Karalundi. I enjoyed stopping at all the little roadhouses and trying all their food, which was great. Most of the food was surprisingly good.
Food, right?
Yeah, Mount Magnet was quite a surprise. Found that interesting. We really enjoyed the chef at Gascoigne Junction. Omar was his name. His food was amazing. We really would...
Best pork belly ever. Karalundi was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really a biker's place,
No.
you know, to go to Karalundi.
Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've changed, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
No incident. And the bike just ran like clockwork. Okay, over and out.
I ain't going back, I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're I'll go in life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day.